Hey, how you doing, Daniel? We're as tired on the Writer's Life bank holiday morning here in London. It is a very warm morning. This is take two. Just back from my morning jog, sweating a bit. Grip on the phone, not as secure as it should be. Bit of tremor action too that made stopping the first take the right thing to do. Complicated exit from the building. Took the rubbish and the recycling out with me, which I carried low. As I said before, I don't want to be dealing with neighbours in the communal hallway. I don't want to be making small talk with them in a pair of shorts. I'm fine doing the small talk in trousers. In shorts, I'm a little self-conscious. Put the left trainer on, that was destroyed by dog muck last week. Put that on and then in the communal hallway too. Got out, went to the park. I'd done my stretching indoors. Bit of Vicks just under the nose to help the breathing. Funny thing, actually, I've been using the Sainsbury's own Vicks brand for years, which I'm not sure it's been discontinued. So a couple of months ago, I had to spend £4 on the proper stuff, and I missed the old stuff. I think the thing about the recession, it taught me it can brutalise your taste and your sense of smell. I've got used to budget goods, buying the pure stuff. The pure Vicks is it's just too strong for me. Feeling a bit anxious as I went into the park, regarding dogs after the various dog encounters the last couple of weeks. Saw a dog on the far side of the area that I run around. Thought I'll keep an eye on that. Its owner was doing a good job of keeping it occupied, though, tossing a ball every now and then. I think after the first lap, I heard some jangling behind me. I thought, oh, is that something running after me? I thought it was a dog collar. Turned around, there was nothing there. Then I think on the third or fourth lap, I heard what sounded like some panting behind me, but I think it was the audio from my shorts, the only running shorts I have with a Velcro fastener on the pocket to keep my keys secure. So, satisfying to be back from the run. It wasn't as bad as my Monday run often is. I think the gap from Friday to Monday might be a little too big for me. But, considering I wasn't doing anything 3 months ago, I'm not going to really worry too much about that. I think if I had evidence that all this exercise is going to do nothing, it's not going to add any days to my life whatsoever, I might stop. If there is an afterlife, if maybe the angel Gabriel, if he still does those earthly visitations, if he came down, and he'd have to stand well away from me because I've got that fear of anything with wings. I'm hoping that, again, if there is an afterlife, that you don't take your phobias with you. If the angel Gabriel said to me, look, don't worry about doing this stuff. It's not going to add anything to your life. You might be able to catch one or two buses that you would have missed 3 months ago, but that's about it. It's not going to do too much. Stick with those little vitamins that you're taking. Although, of course, people are panicking, people are stockpiling stuff. It could be that, little shoppers start stockpiling those multivitamins and 20 fish fingers for £1.29. Those kind of bargains, I'm sure, will be soon disappearing from those German budget supermarket stores. Noted quite a few guys in the park topless. Something that winds me up. It's nothing to do with envying their physiques. It's a silly thing. We know enough about skin cancer now. Why are you exposing yourself to the sun? And they've got all the ink as well. Now, here's the thing about tattoos. I'm not a fan, but, they're everywhere these days. I'm not going to be like an old man, waving his fist at the clouds. But the danger of tattoos is, and I say this as someone whose internet history, if they use Google, would be littered with thousands of dermatology site searches, over the last 10 years, because I am an amateur dermatologist. The amount of cancer scares, skin cancer scares, that people with tattoos are going through is extraordinary. But it's no surprise because, you're getting your skin covered with ink. It may be that any scare is going to be under that ink. And you're not going to see it until maybe it's too late, until the problem is bigger than it otherwise would have been. We're all getting older. As we get older, we get skin blemishes. You need to stay on top. You need to examine your skin. You need to look at any change in moles. Leave some of your skin free. Put your tops back on. This sun, it's not a healthy thing. Put your tops back on. Read a book. Why is it that I never see a topless guy in the park with a book in their hand? Why is it always a trophy dog? You know, these things. What is it? It's 2019 and we've still got these people around. We ought to be moving on from that. We ought to have evolved as people. I've had a tweet from my cousin this morning. He's currently staying over at my aunt's. This is my older cousin. Well, they're both older, but this is the older one. And I don't know if he was put up in his brother's old bedroom, which is dotted with signed photos of the kind of big in the 1980s ITV personalities, the likes of Joe Brown, people basically who appeared on the Des O'Connor show. My cousin was the younger of the two, was a big Des O'Connor fan. So and my uncle was a wine waiter for years. So anytime he ran into some ITV personality, he'd get a signed photo of the guy for my cousin. So my cousin's been staying over at my aunt's, and tweeted words to the effect he was concerned about his mum coming into the room, so he slept with one eye open. And I remember that well. I remember that the day we lost my mum, I stayed over at my aunt's that night with an ex-girlfriend, the girl I was with at the time, and she got my cousin's old bed. I was put in a fold-up bed. My aunt, I remember, made a point of prizing the beds apart. And I thought, what's going on here? Does she really think I'm going to have intercourse on this day of all days? So that was an odd moment. And, we were all grieving. Having said that, I do remember kind of agreeing with my dad. When my goddaughter came along, she was born 11 months later. I remember when we found out that my cousin's first wife was expecting again. It was just, I think, 2 or 3 months after my mum had passed away. And I remember my dad saying to me, "Your cousin's having intercourse already?" And I kind of thought, well, I guess people handle grief in their own way, but that I could see, I could see my dad's thinking there. I could see his thinking there. Anyway, do please click the subscribe button if you've enjoyed this video, share and like it, let people know. Let's get some growth there. I hope you enjoy your day. Cover up your skin in this heat. Wear a hat. Enjoy your day.